Welcome to Lizard Inc., a show where two lizard people learn more about human society as mystery surrounds their own. Today's topic, soda! In an undisclosed location in Scaliopolis, military officials wandered the room, moving from desk to desk. In the center sat the short, childlike lizard. She sat in her chair watching the officers run around.
Captain Tiny, we haven't pinned them yet, but we believe the escapees are hiding in a local human city.
Good. The faster we grab them, the easier this will be. Prepare the strike force. I don't care if they come alive or not.
The officer saluted and ran out of the room. In Swindy's bunker, Nalon and Xela were playing a card game. They were playing some type of poker. A group of Swindy's followers watched the game intently, admiring the lizard's above-average gambling skills. Mike walked through the halls and stopped to look in on the group having fun. He made marks on the paper he was filling out. Suddenly, Swindy appeared and snatched the paper out of Mike's hands.
What do we have here? You're great at getting these schedules together, Mike. I mean, what would I do without you?
Well, I don't know, sir.
Some notes here. Don't put the lizards to too much work, right? I mean, I want them to have fun, not feel like they're workhorses.
Boss, our whole thing is making sure people earn their room. A few of the others are getting annoyed with Nalon and Xela reloading.
So, their mere existence is enough work as is. I mean, just imagine storming into the town square and revealing our wonderful findings. Showing the sheeple of this world the truth that they've been blind to. I mean, why make them do so much extra?
You make it sound like they're puppets, sir.
Look, I simply want to make sure they don't hate us, all right?
Then why not let them run around the city and explore, specifically without you?
Are you crazy? What if their government tries to take them back? I mean, we would never have another opportunity like this. You know what? I'm going to fix this schedule and get back to you before I go on my daily walk.
Swindy had already skipped off deeper into the bunker. Mike looked back at the group in the game room. Multiple followers had been coming to him about the lizard's restlessness interrupting their work.
Nalon, Xela, can you come with me?
Nalon and Xela left the room and followed Mike through the halls to the food storage area. Jude was hard at work preparing a meal for later. A blonde woman was walking around taking note of items that were low on stock.
Hey, Lucy, you need help with the grocery?
Oh, sure. You mean them helping, don't you?
Lucy gave the lizards a worried look. Jude made harsh glares towards the group. He began chopping food at a faster pace.
Yes, I think you'll see that their lack of brains are made up for their ability to carry groceries.
Oh, what'd you say, you little punk?
Did Swindy approve this?
Yes, he did.
Fine. There's a lot to carry anyways. Besides, I think those two need some fresh air.
Nalon and Xela waited for Lucy at the entrance in their human forms. Once she was ready, the trio made their way up to the city. After an hour or so, they made their way to the open market. The lizards looked around curiously, amazed by the sights.
You don't see stuff like this too often. Golden Road is one of those few actual cities that has markets like these in America. Foreign countries have open-air markets in their cities, but for the most part, it's usually out of city limits.
Why don't y'all use the supermarkets?
Simple answer, Swindy is crazy. Honestly, I don't know why I even stick around sometimes. That guy irks me easily. Only reason I stay is because Mike is basically in charge.
I will admit, you seem a lot less crazy than the average Swindy follower.
Thanks. Just wish others saw it that way.
Lucy made her way through the stall, talking to shop owners, then moving to the next stall and repeating the process.
Welp, that's the shopping done.
But we bought nothing.
Lucy huffed and walked to a nearby stall. She came back with a bag of mixed fruits.
This enough for you?
Y'all eat more than that.
We order it in shipments. If we actually were getting what we needed now, then you would all be showing off that lizard strength earlier than Swindy planned. Swindy doesn't trust a lot of people, so he's very selective about who we shop with. That man is so weird.
Then why stay?
It's nothing.
You sure?
Yes, besides, I know Swindy doesn't actually know you're here. He's probably freaking out, and Mike has him tied down for weekly beating.
That sounds like someone I know.
Nalon gives a cheeky look to Xela before getting knocked down to the ground.
We covered this last time. Idiots need to have their brains rattled occasionally. Still, I don't think Mike could do something like that.
Oh, trust me, it's not just Mike. Only reason I go shopping on Tuesdays is because I don't have to listen to the commotion. I think Swindy is secretly a masochist, but I don't want to jump to conclusions. I think he's just stupid. Besides, I should be letting you all stretch your legs.
Nalon smiled and followed Lucy through the town. Xela, as always, was becoming cautious. He looked around, trying to find something that stood out. Nalon, still following Lucy from behind, let his eyes transform. He scanned the area. Like Xela, he felt something off. When he didn't detect an out-of-place aura, he went back to taking in the sights. Xela stayed a few steps behind. Lucy showed the lizards the rest of the city. They saw the elaborate town hall. They saw the local library and mom-and-pop shops. Nalon started noticing how similar life on the surface was to that of the underground. He thought of the friends and family he had left behind, the simple life he had lived. Had this been worth it? Surely.
I wonder how Mom and Pa are doing. Do they think I'm a traitor? Maybe they think I'm dead.
Lucy led them back through the Chinatown area. They passed the same restaurants Swindy had taken them to before. Nalon remembered one of the meals he and Xela had in the past.
I told you, man, never take overtime when Lumos is at work. He'll shovel it all onto you.
Shut up! You could have helped. Or did your little promotion to the American Propaganda Division make you think that us European Propaganda Department boys aren't cool enough to hang around?
If it helps, I hate the new job as well. I want to run away someday, man. Explore the colonies, learn about myself, not sit at a computer all day.
Nalon looked around the city. He kept following Lucy. He noticed Xela's cautious behavior, but paid it no mind.
So why do you seem so against everyone at the bunker?
I believe in a conspiracy, but not the ones those fools think about. I'm not as extreme, you could say.
What do you believe?
Basically, I believe that New Coke was created to boost sales of the original Coca-Cola flavor. They basically abused their consumers by messing with the tried and tested formula. What happened was they had poor sales in the 80s, and so they began to offer a new recipe. After the new recipe was poorly received, they still sold it alongside the old recipe. Then sales of the old recipe saw a huge boost for old Coke. Eventually they got rid of New Coke in the 2000s, but it's how they tricked their fan base. Plus, they used it as an excuse to change the original recipe. The differences include the old recipe having cane sugar, and the new one used high fructose corn syrup. But when they reintroduced Old Coke, they switched from cane sugar to high fructose corn syrup.
Okay.
I know, it's a stupid theory. Only reason I'm here is because I found proof and I got deep in trouble with the company. Had to flee my home and everything. Haven't seen my family in a while because of it.
Don't you miss your family?
Well, of course I do. But what do you do when you're on the run from an angry corporation? I miss my family and they miss me. It's sad. But I found a new family to take care of. I'll see them again one day, but that's how life is. If our destination was the same, we wouldn't need so many roadways.
Lucy's words had caused a stir within Nalon. He couldn't tell how, but it was as if a knot had formed inside of his gut. It had started getting late. The trio stopped for a bite at a local fast food joint before making their way to a park to eat. Xela could feel even more eyes peering at them.
Nalon, I think you need to check around here. I know I'm a little cuckoo, but it definitely feels like we're being watched right now.
Fine.
Nalon glances around, making sure there are no humans around to spot them. He returns to his lizard form and scans the area. He looks around in front of him and sees nothing. He turns, ready to tell Xela off before he notices something. Suddenly, Xela reverts to his lizard form as well.
Hey, what are you all doing? You idiots, there might be someone here. I'm done eating, so let's...
Xela and Nalon turn towards Lucy, only to see her split in half. The lizards watch in horror as Lucy's mangled corpse crumples to the ground. Nalon senses a malicious aura charge at them. He shoves Xela down as he feels an invisible force barely graze him. They watch as two lizard soldiers approach them. One was large and broad, the other thin and lean. The thinner lizard held out his hand and fired scales at the two. Nalon and Xela leapt out of the way as the scales grazed them. Nalon barely evaded as the larger lizard slammed his hand down where Nalon sat. An intense heat irradiated from the foe's hand.
Who are these guys, Nalon?
No time to ask. There's still the initial attacker somewhere.
Nalon revealed his blades. He scanned around for the mysterious aura when the larger lizard grabbed him. The hand's intense heat burned his arm. Nalon swung his arm free, but the scales melted away. Xela fired scales, knocking the lizard away before getting hammered by scales from the thinner lizard. Nalon gripped his arm as he scanned the area more. He ran towards Xela, but was quickly shot down by enemy fire. Xela scanned the park, dragging himself and Nalon behind a bench. He started shooting scales at the enemy, trying to distract them.
I knew we should not have gone outside. I knew this was a terrible idea.
Nalon leapt up, stabbing the mysterious aura as it appeared behind Xela. As his blades made contact, a lizard started appearing. Nalon made sure to finish off the foe quickly.
I didn't think there were any more chameleons alive.
You don't think this is some sort of strike force, do you?
I don't know.
The duo leapt back as the bench they were behind melted in front of them. The larger lizard stepped forward. Xela fired scales at him, but they melted before they came close. He picked up the chameleon's corpse. It had caught fire as he hurled it at the duo. Nalon was knocked back by the corpse. He could barely get it off of him before his body caught fire itself. He dropped to the ground, extinguishing the flames. Nalon charged at the larger lizard.
Leave us alone!
His blades melted away, only his bare fists able to make contact. He could feel his scales peel away as the intense heat burned his fists. Suddenly, a flash of light dazed everyone. Nalon felt himself get pulled away. Xela had thrown up his flash scales. The lizards made their way through the woods, their opponents following closely. Deep in the woods, a series of smoke bombs suddenly went off. A familiar voice could be heard in the opposite direction of the enemy. This way, we don't have much time. Jude appeared in the smoke and led the lizards away. The duo reverted back to their human forms as they were led out of the park forest back into the city. The lizards caught their breath as Jude looked at them angrily. Xela looked up, confused.
Wait, how did you know we'd be here?
I've been following you all day. I was right not to trust you animals.
What do you mean by that?
Xela sprung forward, grabbing Jude's collar. The two men started fighting with each other. You got her killed!
How would we have known that somebody was following us?
How did you know they weren't? Ever since you all showed up, it's been horrible. Swindy's going all militant, and now we have lizards chasing us. Why don't you go back to the hole from where you came from? Xela was ready to slug Jude when suddenly Nalon fell to the ground. Though his human form had hid them, his entire body was covered in burns. Jude picked him up and walked away. We can talk about this more later.